fact, most of the time, when people separated and don't get to come back together, is the different voices that are in their ears, the different opinions, and most of these people are not even married.
We hope there's nobody who's married, but you're afraid to open up to your partner and tell them how you feel. Tell he or her how you prefer to be with each other. Tell him or her they don't like it that way or whatever. I'm talking about.
We have been living together for 23 years. We've been married. And some of these things we find out that we failed in other areas, but when start implement these things, it helps and it works.
And now for our featured presentation.
Hi everyone, welcome to another
Conversation with the Lean
We want to say welcome to all our new subscribers. You're no longer subscribed, but you are
family.
And so we just want to say welcome to you. It has been a while since we've had a sit down. And if you're here for the first time, this is I am Cornell.
I'm Michelle.
If you're here for the first time, and this is what we do. We normally have a midweek video where we just talk about relationships. We have been married for 23 years and some months are counting. And so we normally take one video or use one video in the week just to talk about something that relates to marriage and today relationships. And today we're going to be looking at something that we believe will help. And so if you know somebody who needs to hear this, they need to send it to them. Or if you are in need of it, please, say how it impacted you. We need your response. Your interaction is important to us, and your thoughts are important to us. All right. So we have. Before we get into that, we need to say happy birthday.
Yes. So happy belated birthday to Crichton Thompson.
That's Carleen Crichton, so Carleen's husband.
Right. To Kemuel Owen.
Brother Kemuel Owen. Is he your aunt?
Oh yes. My auntie Sandra and her husband Winston Morris. Oh, and also to the Smith brother and sister
Jamil. Right.
Anniversary.
They celebrate anniversary.
Was it Sister Hope?
And I think, Manji and
in
Hope
January.
also celebrate anniversaries too.
Right. And today,
while we're recording,
right
today
now,
is
Mrs. Tanisha Graham's birthday.
Happy birthday, Tantan.
Happy birthday, Tantan. We love and appreciate.
Love and appreciate you, Tanisha. We will want everybody to know that you are like one of our best friends.
From way back
when. And your support, not just only for the channel, but for us as friends is you can't put a value on it. It's invaluable. And so we just want to say to you, we love and appreciate you. Happy birthday today. You have a fantastic one. And of course, Brother Graham, who I know, I gotta make sure you have a fantastic day. I want to say thanks to him too for being, friends to us throughout the years. I want to say thank you so much. All right. And so, and I hear that you say Rio.
Oh yes, and Rio, and her status this morning, I saw her daughter, Rio. I was surprised singing happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. She sang it and said to mommy.
Excellent.
And her mom said, thank you, Rio, and she bowed and said,
that's right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's really a vault moment.
Excellent. All right, guys. So this is what we do here at Conversation with Louise. We celebrate God, we celebrate life, we celebrate relationship, we celebrate family. And of course, if you're here, you can catch up on a number of videos we have done. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, slowly grinding it. We're at what,
772 a day, but it's been going up from 777. So maybe you have persons who haven't subscribed properly.
Right.
So
Tell them how them subscribe properly.
yes, you have to hit the notification bell, of course, and put it on all. When you top, after you touch it first, then you touch all.
We'll put up one of those things so you can see
right.
it too.
So you get all our videos when we drop it, and you have to watch if it's even 3 to 5 minutes of our video, or watch a short or something, and also share a video
And hit the like button.
and
leave a comment, man. It doesn't cost you anything. We see a lot of you guys watching but not commenting. And at the same time, we see like 100, 200 views, and the likes are like 20 and 15. Come on, guys. If you watch the video, the least you can do is show some appreciation.
It takes nothing to do it.
I know cost you to touch the like. All right.
It's the energy of pressing.
That's all it takes.
Touching rather. You're not pressing a thing.
Anyway, guys. So to the topic at hand. So we want to look at how do you handle tough times in a marriage. And Michelle and I asked her to just put her thoughts together for some pointers, and I put some pointers, and you're gonna hear the pointers we put individually. We didn't conduct a survey between the both of us. We just separately independently wrote down some. So you've been married for a couple of years, and things have not gone smoothly as you both expected. Maybe you lost a job as a husband, or maybe you have a challenge, a health challenge. Somebody's not well. How do you deal with that? Or maybe you have lost, that intimacy, that depth of the intimacy and that excitement has kind of dwindled down. How do you handle all of that? Now, as we introduce ourselves, she is
Michelle,
and I'm Cornell. All right, and we've been married again for 23 years. So we believe that we have something to share. After 23 years of marriage, we might have something to share. And we want to say to God be the glory, because the journey has not been all smooth, but God carried us through it all. All right, so we have some ideas how to keep your marriage going, how to survive some tough times that will come. But I ask you if it will come, tough times in your marriage will come. So we sit down and we penciled some points, some ideas that we think will help you during these tough times. And I'm going to ask Michelle to go first.
All right. So my number 1 is communicate with each other. But I want to shift that a little and put my number 3, which is pray together. You must pray together. No matter how hard things get, that's the time you should really intensify on your prayer and put it to the Lord. Because we all know that from time to time there will be things that will rock us that we may not know how to approach it or the first thing to do. So it's to put it to the Lord, and when you do so, believe that He have heard and He is going to deliver, and I promise you He will.
Proverbs 3 verse 5 and 6, trust in the Lord with all your heart
And lean not
to your own understanding, but in all thy ways
acknowledge Him,
and He will
direct that path.
No, my first one, well, let me just tag along what Michelle, as we said, we wrote this individually. And I had one that says pray one for another. So hers says pray together, mine says pray one for another. Because sometimes when the tough times comes, depending on what the situation is, you may find yourself by yourself because you wonder how to work out, how the tough will work out. However, there's somebody that's in the building, there's somebody that's in the relationship. And so depending, if say it is you, your husband who loses a job, it's important that your wife pray for you. And also, you may feel a little bit down as a husband who lost a job, but you need to also pray for your wife that God gives her the strength to be patient and to endure. You understand me? So it is important to pray one for another. And even before a tragedy strikes, it's important to pray one for another. Coming together is important and praying, but also even in your own space, you remember your spouse, pray for her, pray for him. My other one would be breathe. Like take a breath. When the situation comes, it can be very overwhelming, But it's important to just don't do nothing, just relax, just breathe. Because when you do that, you can catch your thoughts, you can put your thoughts together, just lay down, don't do nothing, just breathe, and then, reflect. And when in your reflection now, you keep your breath, and then you say, okay, let me see how we can go about this. And that's how you approach it too.
Right. And my number 2 would be to communicate. After you have taken your breather, like Colonel said, you need to regroup now and talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about whatever your issues are, because putting it under the carpet, that will not help.
Especially with the emotional part of the emotional connectivity has dwindled down.
Exactly. So
address that little bit.
The emotional.
Yeah. Say the intimacy, the closeness, the affection is not being shown as it normally would.
Right.
Yeah. How does that communication help that?
Communication help, because remember, nobody is a mind reader. Only God alone know our thoughts, and sometimes that's when you don't speak up and talk about things, it leaves for the other person to assume that which you may be thinking or causing you to behave a particular way. And 9 out of 10, they don't normally get it right.
That is true.
Normally, it's not what the person is thinking, you're thinking, or why you're behaving a particular way. So it's good to speak up so there can be clarity. Yeah. When there is clarity, then there's no name blaming
or misunderstanding.
Yeah. You get to the point of what the thing is, and you work on it and clear the air so you can move on.
Exactly. Right. And my own ties in with that too, which I had written down. Spend time talking together.
Wow.
Because when you, in your communication, especially with those situation, and we hope there's nobody who's married but you're afraid to open up to your partner and tell them how you feel, tell he or her how you prefer to be with each other, tell him or her they don't like it that way or whatever. I'm talking about emotional now. I'm talking about both sex and everything. Like, express yourself. It is important to spend time and talking together. Not only when something is wrong, yes, or we're talking on that topic, but also just to reason with each other.
Right.
Something go wrong at work, talk about it. Something go good at work, talk about it. Something on the road, talk about it. You understand me? But it's important to spend time talking together. Sometimes it doesn't have to be anything at all, but just lay down on the bed and just reason about life, reason about remembering stuff important to spend time and talking together. The next one I would have is to reassure each other. There will be times when the situation is rough, and you need reassurance. Whether, as we say, whether it's you lost a job or there's health situation, a health crisis, reassure each other. I am here for you. We're in this thing together. You don't even know what the next meal will cover. Because that's the job, babes. God will provide. And even if you're not saved, you can still say God will provide. Why? He allows His blessings to fall on the just and on the unjust. That way you can see His blessing and say, oh God, I give you thanks. Yes? And that's how God operates. So you can spend time to reassure each other, because it is important for it to do.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that's where my number 3 comes in, which is avoid blaming each other. Like Cornell said, you fall under tough time, not working, whatever, you have to reassure instead of blaming each other and placing a blame. Oh, it's you, why this, and you, why that, and when you're gonna do this. To replace that, I agree with you. So mine said avoid blaming, yours said to reassure. So yes, the antidote for blaming is to really reassure, encourage. Even within that time, think about the good qualities of the person when he or she was doing, working and things were pumping. Reassure them, praise them. Instead, praise them. Think about the good part of it, the good things that they have done and that they contribute to reassure and rebuild and regroup that, negative emotion that they may be going through. So build their confidence with praise. And let the person, that's the time you should express how much you appreciate the individual, because believe it or not, that is when he or she needs it. They need to know that this is just a season that we're
I'm
going
completely in the
through.
road.
Right. Remember, you're not the type of person. You are this, you are that, you are, and build the confidence.
Because I remember when I lost my job twice. And one of the time I made a bad decision and I lost my job. The other time I didn't do a thing. And I had to walk, but I walked away because the environment was just too toxic for me, and I think I wasn't going to thrive. Over the years that I've been there, it was just getting worse and worse, and I had to just walk away. But when I came home and I told Michelle what was what, she gave me a reassuring word, babes. Well, listen up, it is what it is. We're gonna get through this thing together, and that gave me courage. That gave me strength to say, no, pushing on. You understand me? And I hit the road with it again, and I mean, here we are. I'm working. She does her work from home. But here we are. We'll go through. My next one would be forgive. We have to forgive each other. None of us are perfect. We are two imperfect beings coming together to make something good. And so it's going to require us being willing to forgive each other. If we don't forgive, we're going to lead to bitterness, as Michelle would say. It's going to lead to heartache. It's going to lead to a whole bunch of stuff. So it's important to forgive. It's important to let the person know, I have forgiven you. Don't just because you just say forgive, I forgive. No, the person has to know, babes, I know what you did hurt me real bad, but I have forgiven you and I love you. But let's work to not make this up again. Be honest and be open.
Right, and I'm in agreement with that as well. So mine said number 4, to lean on each other, and it's amazing how they tie it back together. They may be worded in different way, but the essence come right back. Lean on each other. If it's a situation wherein, say for instance, I'm the one who, today I may be feeling down for whatever reason in the relationship, and I'm crying. I may not know what. You understand? But at the same speed, lean on your husband and let him be the one now to, reassure you that, won't be able to cry. I don't know. Don't say, yeah, you did. Oh, yeah, crying. No, be empathetic and reassure the person that, look, it's going to be okay. Whatever it is, it's already in the Lord's hand, because nothing take the Lord by surprise and nothing happened to us as accident, and our life is, whatever it is, just encourage, build the person up and let them feel comfortable enough to lean on you physically. Both physically and even spiritually, because you are going to replace with powerful positive words whatever that negative feeling is, until the person is able to come back into their own and believe in it or in themselves and whatever. So whatever it is, lean on each other.
And once you do these things, guys, you're actually developing a bond that is unbreakable.
Beautiful.
Stuff will happen, but if you lean on each other, then you have this established thinking that we are in this thing together, and we're going to, be each other's strength.
You have confidence in each other.
And the confidence will grow, and you be each other's strength. The other one I have is to give each other processing time. We all don't process things as fast or the same time or the same way. We all don't think the same way. And sometimes things may affect us individually in different ways, and it's important that we spend time to process it. When you give your partner time to process, whether it's a disagreement, whether it's a decision to be made, whether it is an idea that you have but you don't know how to bring it across, give the person processing time. That way, when them come to you now, they went and processed it without any interruption, any influence from you. So they now come with their idea, their thinking, their way of dealing with it, and then now they have a vital input, and they feel that their input is vital because you give them the time to process it and to come and then tell you what they're thinking.
Right. Yeah, that is true. And again, I don't know, they may not believe, but my number, is it number 5 or at our number 6? It said to encourage each other. So it ties back with what you're saying. It said encourage each other, right? And that things will get better. And it's true. You have to encourage each other in everything you do, even if the world is falling apart. You understand? You can. Oh, you go show the mirrors. You have to encourage.
Yeah, this is my list.
You like to.
You believe us.
Yeah. So it's based what you're saying. I agree with it. You have to build and encourage each other, no matter what it is. Even if the world is falling apart, or if the world don't believe in what you're doing, you have to have each other back and proceed.
Yeah. The other one I have is to be patient with each other.
Right.
There are times when we will make bad decisions. We will do something wrong. We will make mistakes. It's important that we be patient with each other. Patience will help will let the person understand that, listen, though what happened or what has reached us is tumultuous and thing, but we're going to give each other the patience to think it through, the patience to see where you went wrong, or if that's a situation, and the patience to just be themselves and to find themselves and recoup and then go again. If you don't be patient with each other, you can run each other to a wreck. A lot of times people walk out of a relationship or walk out of their marriage because they don't have the patience to give each other, are not willing to give each other the patience that each other deserve. None of us are perfect. And I have to repeat that. So when you're patient with each other, then it has to be something that is reciprocal. When I'm patient with you, you're patient with me, then the both of us understand that patience is going to help the relationship to grow. So it's important to be patient with each other.
Yeah, it has to be that way, because, as Connor said, no one is perfect.
Yeah.
And as Jamaica, term was said, today for me, tomorrow for you.
Yeah.
So you have to look out for each other, because it's like the Bible said, the house that divided
against itself
cannot stand.
Yeah.
So give me. So my number 6 said, accept help when you're in need. Accept the help that is being offered, as long as it's a good friend or a family member, as long as it's a reputable person. You understand? Accept the help. You understand? Because at the end of the day, we all have all things common, and when you're going through things at times, sometimes we want to try to deal with it ourselves because of our pride, and because you don't want anybody else to know in your business.
Yeah.
You understand? But like the Bible said, I believe the Bible said there are 7 things that God hates, and one of them is a proud look. So if you know that you need help, stop acting as if you don't need it and being all proud and puffed up. Accept it, because the Lord comes in many shapes and many forms.
Yeah, help comes from anywhere, even a raven.
Exactly.
I mean, you would eat food from a raven, but God sends help. You can read the next one.
All right, so the next one that I have, it said, be deliberate in spending quality time with each other. Because going through all of this in life, you can become depleted. It can be a situation you're busy attending to the children, attending to these other hurdles that are coming at you and everything. You may find yourself that you're like a tennis player. The balls are just coming at you, you're batting and batting and batting. So you have to be deliberate in setting apart a particular time, a meeting place and time for both of you to regroup and to be intimate, or to relax and just to enjoy each other's company all over again. Because the whole union started because of what?
Feeling the affection for somebody.
Exactly.
And then feel that connection.
Beautiful. It starts with connecting with each other and spending time with each other.
Well, most of the time you were inseparable.
Exactly. No matter how depleted the world was,
inseparable. So how is it that now the years have passed and you're now separating? No, be deliberate. Because sometimes it's not even you want to separate them, but you have class, you have this, you have that, you have the church, you have the children.
Everything is coming at you.
Well done, man. And then now, when do you spend time with her or she spend time with you.
With you.
You have to be deliberate about it because everything else can drown it out, and that is what will affect that the emotional alienation, if you want to call it, or that emotional separation that happens sometime in marriage. Because there's no deliberate attempt or there's no deliberate act to spend time with each other.
So you have to foster your relationship. Some people, they used to be so playful, and then all of a sudden the cares of life suck it out till, you know, the man maybe come and want a little playing time. Never time for that, you know, man, this is me. No. Be deliberate in making that time.
The last one I'd add is that speak your truth.
Right.
But speak it respectfully. Speak your truth, but speak it respectfully. And allow your partner to feel that level of peace and
comfort.
Peace and comfort to speak their truth. And of course, and I'm saying this because, not because we always speak our truth in the calmest way, but we acknowledge, haven't gone it the other way. We're saying, you know what, we're willing to allow your partner to speak his or her truth. That way each other can, there's clarity of thinking, there's clarity of ideas. Yeah.
Right, and the last one that I have is to shut out the outside noise. And as Cornelia said, we arrive at these things because we have been living together for 23 years. We have been married. And some of these things we find out that we failed in other areas, but when start implement these things, it helps and it works. So it's not because we know it all or, you know, we went to a school. The school that we went to is marriage. Because
or the school of life.
The school of life.
And we went into the grade of marriage or the class of marriage.
So we learned the do and the don'ts in the process, and we're still learning and we're still growing too. You understand? And so the third one is shut out the outside noise. The last one is shut out the outside noise, because most of the time when people separated and don't get to come back together is the different voices that are in their ears, the different opinions, and most of these people are not even married, and most of these people have failed in their relationship, have failed in their marriage,
or they know what's running together.
And misery like company. You understand? So shut out the negatives and pick and hold on to the positive, and let it helps you to be better, to grow together, and to have a beautiful relationship.
And to weather the storm.
Because
the truth of the matter is, guys, storms are going to come, tough times are going to come, but there are ways to weather the storms, and these that we have pointed out are some, they're not all.
Another thing is that in the end to all of this is that a lot of time we go through trials, but it's not to kill us. It's just like if you're walking with the Lord, you go to trial and test, but it's to build a relationship. It's to build that relationship with you and your spouse, so you can have integrity within the relationship, and it builds character within you. You understand? Because sometimes there's stuff inside of us, but because we didn't allow anyone else to come so close to live with or to share and be beautiful, be vulnerable with, we don't see that thing inside of us that needed to come out. But once you decide to get married, because the principle of God, everything inside of us that don't belong there, it's going to move on the other person that you're closest to. That's where the trial is going to come to take out all of those things. So it's not to break us and to kill us, but it's to build us and to help us grow and build together, so our relationship can be meaningful and have substance.
Because God is one who instituted marriage, and marriage is something that God used to glorify and uplift the human race.
And for us to be one, he said to be one, and to be one, it means that whatsoever is dividing have to go, so the two can agree. So
that binding agent, So if you have an idea of what you could want to add, drop it in the comment section. If you want to express something that of appreciation regarding what we said, drop it in the comment section. We look forward to hearing from you guys. Alright? And of course, if you reach this far in the video, drop a like on the video. We see a lot of persons watching. We say, 100 and had 200 and had, and we shall eat 20 likes or 16 or 18 likes. Come on, guys, it don't take much for us press
And
like.
sometimes they forget. Sometimes people do forget to subscribe.
That is true.
So when you come in, you reach a point, you're watching and you see that you like the thing, do subscribe before you forget.
Yeah, man.
Do thumbs up before you leave and forget. Because it happened to me already and I have to deliberately go back to other person's videos to make sure I put a thumbs up and a comment. And if there's somebody I didn't subscribe to, I do.
Right. And so guys, we hope you heard something that was encouraging. We hope you heard something that was uplifting, and maybe you are going through something that, and this message, this video was just a right on time video. All right.
Be encouraged.
So be encouraged. Of course, do check out all the other videos that we have. You can see it in the closing of this video. Check out some other videos that we have done. We're on a series now. I Choose Jesus. Check out those. We have done some other videos. Check out those too. All right. So if you're here for the first time, check out those, and please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. So until our next live, which we do try to be consistent, have a live every Sunday night. Right. So until next live or to next upload, we're saying God bless you, and where life is worth living. So live it through Christ and
have a little fun at the same time.
Have some fun at the same time. God bless.